All right. If you guys can wrap up your conversations, we're going to go ahead and get started. That's right, we made direct eye contact. Scott, can you turn your face toward me instead of your back? Thank you. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing? Are you guys, I'm feeling like the energy is a little low today. Did you guys have a lot of, woo. Okay, we got a woo girl, guy, woo person in the crowd. Well, welcome back. We are starting off September. Super excited. I don't know if you guys felt this, but August felt wild. I'm excited to be back in the office consistently. We had some conference travel and lots of good stuff that we did with the team last month. So, couple of things we'll start out with. Of course, we want to recognize our birthdays from August and September. I mean, we're a couple days in now. So Jackie, she had a birthday on 8/17. Antonio had a birthday on 8/24. We had a birthday trio. Cammie on 8/28, Greg on 8/28, and Micah on 8/28. Happy birthday. Alexis had a birthday on the 30th, and Jensen, a new agent down in our Utah County office, on the 1st. So let's give them a 2 clap on 2. 1, 2. Happy birthday, you guys. Do we have any new or visiting agents here? Do you mind standing up for me, just so I can see a little better? Okay, we're going to put you on the spot. Do you mind just telling us your name, how long you've been in real estate, and your favorite hobby? Awesome. Welcome. We connected last week. Suzanne, thank you so much for being here. Yes. Hi. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming and introducing yourself. Let's give her a 1 clap on 2. 1, 2. All right. Couple of announcements for you guys. Who saw Johnny's announcement on Slack about pushing your listings out on the MLS? Raise your hand. Raise them high. Okay, this is an awesome benefit that Johnny has dialed in. So on a weekly basis, we will now be highlighting all the team's new live listings to everyone on the MLS. So free marketing for you guys, nothing you have to do in addition to what you're doing now. So let's give Johnny a 1 clap on 2. 1, 2. We're clapping a lot today. Thank you, Johnny, so much for organizing that. It's awesome. Two other things for you guys. We do have a CE class on Monday the 8th. How many of you guys have seen that on your calendar? Yes, yes. Okay, a handful of you. Are you guys interested in some free CE credits? All you have to do is show up. We've already organized it for you. Yeah? Okay, I need you to go into the calendar invite and RSVP yes if you plan on being here on Monday, September 8th at 11 a.m. IBEX is putting that on for us. Monday the 8th. Monday the 9th. Today's the 3rd. Come in on Sunday, guys. Monday the 8th, Monday the 9th. Thank you. 11 a.m. What day? Thank you. Somebody's got it right. Okay, one last thing I just want to notate for you guys. So we've gone back and forth on this. We have a lot more clients coming into the office now with having mobile closings with Real Title. Thank you guys so much for coming down here for our clients. We have dogs in the office if it's not a staff dog that has an office space that they can be in. So that's effective immediately. Just want you guys to be aware of that we will have that change moving forward. Okay, over to you, Yana. You guys can clap for me.
Hey guys. Hi. So some of you may have saw my Slack message, but just in case you didn't, we got some kind of bummy news. So Real has decided, I don't know when this, it's seems like it was forever, but all of a sudden we cannot use our gold logo on digital marketing anymore. So what that means is going forward, any marketing that you guys create for yourself, social media, digital files that you send to clients, we can't have that gold logo on there. It can only be the black or the white. So I've sent everybody out or anything like that. We do have brand guides. Trying to get everybody's social media a little bit more consistent. So if you have something that you make yourself, we can talk about it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know who was next. Yeah, Maggie.
Can we get a one clap for Yana for sending out all of the email signatures and handling all of our and not following her instructions on the design request, which we're not doing anymore, but thank you. One clap on two. 1, 2. Great. Okay. Let me get Hannah, Gabby, Logan, Ashley. Come on up to the front. Yeah, round of applause for these guys. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let me slide this way. We don't need this yet. We always do. Okay, so come on over this way, you guys. So these guys, we went down to the Tom Ferry conference last week. It was awesome. At least I thought it was awesome. I got a lot of takeaways, but just kind of want to get your guys' take and on how the experience was. Maybe let's just go down the line. What was your biggest takeaway?
I have 2 mics. This one, do they work? Does this work? Okay. Biggest takeaways. Oh gosh. Okay, digging through it all. It was all really, really great. I feel like the biggest high level takeaway was how little I utilize my current opportunities to create new opportunities. And it seems obvious sometimes, but if you have a buyer or you have a seller, that is your key to get more buyers or sellers. And so we talked through a little bit about how to optimize your current opportunities to get more buyers, get more sellers from marketing or different communications, but really utilizing your current situation to create more opportunities. So I know that's relatively big, but
I feel like you guys all really missed out because we booked the hotel with the exotic dancer convention as well. So the people watching was on point. He was there. It was solid. But overall, I feel like there were so many good takes on this, I guess. Like, but we were in a room with so many top producers and getting like all their different angles of like how they get listings, how they leverage their listings, like you said. Like, I wrote down like leverage your buyer to get listings and leverage your listings to get more listings. I also feel like there was a lot of push on like getting listings. So I have a lot of that stuff written down. And then just creating exceptional experiences.
Okay, so who was at the training? Just an hour. Your current people to get more people, and I thought that they focused on like the experience of open house or whatever, and then. But I do have to give a shout out to Maggie real quick because she just made us send out texts. And I got a response back that says, "Do you know so-and-so?" And I said, "I don't know her. Do you have your contact info?" And she sent me her contact info. And so I already have another person to reach out to. Yeah. I thought you might like that.
I love that. Okay, Logan. Biggest takeaway. Yeah, boom.
Biggest takeaway kind of goes back to this week.
About leverage. My question for all of you guys is like leverage your listings, right? think of what is the one thing that you're implementing right now, right? We got the big picture, but like what's the one actionable that you're doing right now to put that into place?
So one thing that you and so this specific agent posted on Nextdoor. There's not a house on the market that fits their needs. They licensed real estate agent. Like, does anybody know anyone in this neighborhood? He gathered from that was people that were saying yes, me. I know somebody that would want to sell their home, and it was literally free. So what's cool about Nextdoor is you can see on every single post your impressions and how many people it reaches, and already reached almost 2,000 people that have just seen the post. And I haven't received a option yet, but it's just like your voice goes so far, and it's free. So that was my main quick implementation.
Love that. Gabby, what's your specific implementation?
Also with the Nextdoor app, right now I'm kind of doing a lot of that in my neighborhood on a GroupMe. And so I feel like that's just like more people that I'm not reaching that aren't on the GroupMe.
Yeah.
So that was a takeaway. Also a neighbor letter. So like have your seller, when they close, mail that to your whole neighborhood. Like, hey, we're going to miss you. We love the neighborhood, making it more personal. I already do like postcards, but there was just like a lot of different ideas of how to like get more listings from your listing.
Yeah.
In that way.
So you would pay for like the postage and the envelopes and just have them write the letter, and then you would be the one kicking it out to all the neighbors, but your client's the one that wrote the letter on your behalf that is going out.
And you can even, like, to make that lift easier on your sellers, you can have a template written out and say something like this, like answer these 3 questions in a letter format, good to go.
Yeah, I also like on that, I want to bring an iPad to closing to get more Google reviews and Zillow reviews at the closing table, so that like it's in front of you. So that might be like another template that we can just, hey, take 10 minutes, will you just fill this out for me while I have them?
Yeah.
And because they all get so busy, and I don't want to keep bugging them.
Love it. Ashley? Yeah? I love it. I love it. Logan? Cool. I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Sorry, Natalie, Madison. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Round of applause for these guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so quickly, the last thing I want to say about the Tom Ferry conference and something you guys all need to be plugged into. We did a class this morning on it in the Agent Elevation series. We're going to be talking about this a ton upcoming. Listingleads.com. If you go onto the Perry Group Slack channel and you type in listing leads, it'll pop up with the URL, the username, the password. Every single person, seriously, if you are not using that platform daily, you are missing it. Like it's as simple as that. It is hands down the most powerful real estate marketing tool that you can use in your business. Hands down. That's it. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Thank you. Yes. Round of applause for me.
Hi, everybody. Everybody's got to come to Tom Ferry. It is one of my most favorite conferences. It blows my mind every year. And then we had a once-in-a-lifetime experience. When we arrived to the hotel, I just thought real estate agents were down bad this year. It's like there's something going on in Dallas, Texas in this industry. But conference was really good. guys who were at the stripper convention were disturbing. But other than that, Dallas was pretty fun. Okay, I just want to give a quick shout out. Richard, stand up real quick. Okay, you can sit back down. So, it's probably because he's doing open houses on the street I live in, but live on. But that, I've truly never seen a real estate agent work harder than you have. So, it is unbelievable what you're doing. I either see him at Starbucks on the MLS or doing an open house what feels like every single day of the week. So I mean that. The next thing I'm going to talk about is market update. And so for the first week in a long time, inventory on Sunday or Monday was lower than the week before. So that's could be labor, could not be. That's a really good sign. If it's not next week, if inventory is lower, that's a message you can start to tell your sellers and buyers that the market has turned in a good way for sellers, not a great way for buyers. It doesn't mean that anything good or crazy is going to happen, but freezing inventory, slightly lower inventory creates a messaging in the market that things are getting healthier, for good or bad. The next thing I want to talk about is I said this a couple weeks ago. I'm asking questions. But does anybody know what's happening with the stock market? Not today, but stock market. What's happening? Record highs. It's going great. Yeah, record highs. It's going great. Before I drop kick this microphone, it's going really well. And that is a really good correlation for the housing market. When you have a great stock market, very rarely do you have something crazy going to happen with the housing market. So that doesn't necessarily impact everybody, but I would venture to say it does. Most people in the world have a Robinhood account. Most people have some of their down payment in stock accounts. For cash buyers, that is a huge win. And that's probably what is keeping the luxury market what it is today. I want to talk, what does everybody think will happen to, and if you heard me talk about this a week ago, I don't want your response. What does everyone think lower interest rates will do to the market? More buyers, 100%. What else will it do? Okay, the general consensus is that it's going to raise prices. Does everyone agree that they've heard that before? I happen to disagree on that statement. The one thing that lower interest rates are good for, like unanimously, is this room. Low interest rates are the best thing possible for this room. Low interest rates will directly correlate to what? More transactions. So what people say, there's kind of two takes. There's the scared take that, hey, interest rates will lower. What will that cause sellers to do who haven't sold? They bought a house in 2020. They'll list. So what happens when there's more inventory on the market? Prices don't substantially go up. When you have lower interest rates, so you're going to have more supply, more demand. And if you look at the state of Utah, we've seen for decades and decades, the $9,000 to $13,000 inventory mark is a very normal amount for a high transaction market. We're having certain months that are low, historical low transaction for Utah real estate. I think I don't know if this was nationally or state, but it's one or the other. I should fact check myself. There were more transactions in August last year than there were this year. So what will happen, lower interest rates will get rid of that. I wouldn't be going and telling your buyers and sellers that, hey, when interest rates lower, the market's going to get crazy again. I really don't think that can happen with wages and all of that. But all I do think it does is it brings health and stability to the market, which is all anybody wants. It's what a buyer wants when they buy a house. It's what a seller wants when they sell a house. So be careful of the narrative of telling your buyers, buy a house now. I would say buy a house now because you can get what I think a really good deal. Buy a house now if you can get a really good deal, not buy a house now because the market's going to get crazy. Any questions on market or interest rates? The last thing I'll say to that, what Zillow thinks is going to happen, either the board said this or they did a study, is they think it's about a 2% is what will cause buyers to return. So if you have a 3.5%, you can swallow a 5.5%. You can higher priced house at 7%. Does that make sense? So if you have a 4, these people are coming back now who need a bigger house but who are like, I'm staying away from 7. So that's really exciting as a real estate agent community. My favorite 2 takeaways from Tom Ferry were from speakers who I would say were relatively like just monotone. One is probably a top 3 real estate agent in the world, Aaron Kerman, and then the other, Mike Ferry, is Tom Ferry's dad. They both expressed things I've never in my life heard on stage, and it was so cool to actually hear because it's something I've like believed but never been able to put a fingerprint on it. Was both of them said that you have to know the market better than anyone. Aaron Kerman literally stood on stage and arrogantly said, I know my market better than every single one of you, and then laughed. So it's that tone, and then Mike Ferry said, which I think if you did a quarter of this, you'd be really successful. He said he teaches his agent, and Mike Ferry's like OG coach, like the real estate coach. He said prospect for 6 to 8 hours a day, which I don't think anybody's going to do. Raise your hand if you do that. Okay. Let's just get a 4th there. Do you? Raise your eyebrows. Okay. But what he said, what was so interesting and what I took away the most from it was after that, spend the rest of your day inside houses. I've never heard that trained on. I've heard it say, oh, like go see houses, go to open houses, go do whatever. But he basically said, like, how in the world do you think you can transact in a market, know a market, when you haven't been in the houses? And I think that is something that new agents or experienced agents struggle with. They go to Sandy for a listing appointment and have no idea why it trades at 300 per square foot or 400 or 200. And really the only way you can understand that is by feeling what a house feels like. Not necessarily looking at pictures like how big does a primary suite closet need to be? Like that's a real thing that if you see in the Salt Lake luxury market, it's way smaller than you see in Utah County. And those are things you just don't know. You can't comprehend unless you're in houses. So my takeaway was like do all the other crazy things. I really do think if you can implement some of the things this stage just talked about, like real estate is easy if you just are kind of like abnormal. You work hard and you do some things really special. Then you'll be really good at real estate. But I think my big takeaway, especially if you're like not understanding pricing, is just spend more time in houses and try and go to 3-4 houses a day and see why they transact, how they transact, and then get to know the market better. That's all I got. Mark?
Okay, thanks, Michael. Did you get my email? So I'll move on to the next one, and then we'll come back to that. So regarding interest rates, this week's a really big week. It's the labor reports that are coming out. There's 4 reports that are, 2 of them are kind of not as much on the radar as the latter 2. The latter 2 are the ones coming out on Thursday and Friday. So Thursday is the ADP reports, and Friday is the BLS jobs report. So jobs reports are always super important when it comes to interest rates, and mostly what's on the Fed's radar. If you guys haven't heard, the Fed meets on the 18th of this month, Who here has heard that they're going to lower interest rates? Who here has heard that they're going to lower them by 0.5%? Does anybody know where they get this data? Anybody want to be brave and take a guess? True. They pull it from a lot of information, but their number one tool that they use is the jobs report. So if the data this Thursday and Friday come out and we see the unemployment rate stay the same or go up, it's almost a foregone conclusion that they will lower rates by 0.5 percentage point. If it goes down, which it is projected to go down, it's been said that they're only going to lower rates by 0.25%. So what you guys have to remember is that a lot of this that's happened already is a hurry up and wait. We've already seen interest rates start to go down a little bit. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I've actually locked, this last week, I think I locked 4 loans below a 6% interest rate. But part of that is because of the type of program that we're doing. And for income levels that are typically below 80% of the area median income, they remove a lot of the price adjustments that happen, or at least let me rephrase that, they cap out the price adjustments. And so therefore we're seeing a lot of those 80% area median income households become a lot more competitive, and that's where we're having a lot more homes in that price point that are selling. At least that's what I'm seeing. So that being said, this coming Thursday, I'm going to be teaching about mortgage rates, all about mortgage rates, how they're determined, what a bond chart looks like, the predictability of it. It's always a hot topic, and so I'd love to have as many of you guys come as possible. So I do have a giveaway item. So who here can tell me what these cute little guys have anything to do with mortgages? Zoonite. You got it. That's true. That's true. Idri got it. We got our Intercap Zoonite, and you're all invited. So if you have not RSVP'd, please get with us. It's on the 19th from 5 to 9. There are limited tickets available, so please RSVP as soon as you can. If you can make it, we'd love to see your faces. Thanks. I don't know who's next. Who's next? Drew.
All right, I'm using the mic. My important message doesn't want to send. Okay, we're going to do this first. We talked about this division of real estate listing marketing cluster that they have created. So this is uploaded now and templated in Dotloop. This is a form we're going to ask you to get signed when you do a listing that will allow anyone on this team to market that listing for you. We think the division's okay with that anyway, but we're not sure. So we're going to have this signed. This is also the same form that you will use if you ever see a listing or you want to do like any kind of deal of the week that's not a team listing or not your listing. You can use this same form. So I'm going to walk you through it really quick. Basically, it says we authorize any Perry Group agent to market, advertise, and offer to sell or lease the property listed above. So you're going to fill this out up above where it's the address and the listing agent's name. If the listing agent is you, put your name there. We authorize any real broker agent to market, advertise, and offer to sell or lease the property above. That is just a secondary cover if you ever have someone else that happens to be in the brokerage but not on the team and they want to come with you. This will cover them as well. And if the seller has entered into a listing agreement with a Perry Group agent, the seller authorizes the listing agent to grant permission to other realtors to market, advertise, and offer to sell or lease the property listed above at the listing agent's sole discretion This form shall serve as seller's written consent for any agent approved by the Perry Group agent. So that is if you have a listing and you have a Keller Williams agent that reaches out and says, hey, can I market this for you? You don't have to go back to the seller and get that person specific written consent. This authorizes you to grant that on behalf of the seller. So down here, you're going to have 2 seller signature spots and a listing agent spot to sign. Cool? Should be super easy. I don't think any sellers are going to have an issue with it. The script for this, I think, is whatever you want it to be, but we got 120 agents. We do content day. We do a lot of fun stuff. We'd love to get you some extra exposure. I just need you to give us written permission to do that. So this is going in dot loop. We are not going retroactive on listings. I feel like we've done enough of that lately with things. So we're not going back on these. You don't need to go get this signed. The only exception to that is if Boo or Jeff or Jack say, hey, we want to use your listing for content day, then we do need you to get one of these signed. But otherwise, don't worry about it. We're going to go forward from here. Cool? I love the division of real estate. Is Ryan here? I was going to give him a shout out. He's probably... Yeah. I was like, you're probably doing an open house at my house. I'm going to give you a shout out like Michael did. Ryan, that I know of, did 3 open houses last week from noon to 4, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. He had Fiji water. Talk about an experience. There's Fiji water out. There were chips. There's a Bluetooth speaker in the corner playing music. It was as nice as my house has ever felt. So thank you. Oh, and there were like 30 signs out. Legitimately 30 signs. Like you could get there from the airport. You can get there from the airport without a GPS. And yes, when people were like, hey, there's no signs at the office, I did message Ryan. I was like, hey, dude, you got to take those back. And he was like, I take them back every day. That's crazy. So shout out to Ryan. You were working hard, killing it.
And he is getting people in.
Yes.
Are coming in during that time. So
Yes.
there's a sweet spot.
Yes. And I will also say he's getting work done at the same time. So I know sometimes we're like, oh, we're too busy to do an open house. He was like, oh, just sit here and get work done at your kitchen table. It's like, sweet. It's awesome. So thank you for doing it. And thanks for working hard. It hasn't sold yet. The one street over sold for more, and it's smaller. I did reduce it. Not yet. Here's what I'm gonna do. I've always wondered, like when I don't think I have Wi-Fi right now. I've always wondered how awkward it is when this happens, and now I know. It's this awkward. Okay. I am going to send this out when I can. This is a survey we want you guys to fill out. It's going now. This is a survey we want you to fill out. We have noticed a lot of you don't come to the office to work. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. We just want to know why. So it's going to ask you for your name. We would love to know who you are. This is not a slap on the wrist. This is not anything. We just want some feedback. Is it the location compared to where you live? Is it the layout of the office, the furniture? What is it that keeps you from coming to the office? Because you don't, and that's okay. But we want to try to figure that out and give you a place you like working. Hey, it's back. So on this, you're just going to fill out, like, I can be productive at home. That doesn't impact me. I would come otherwise. 0 to 5. Okay? Do that, and then there's a blank spot at the end. And the last one just says, do you care? If we change it, do you actually want to work here? Say yes, no, or maybe. That's it. Okay, I will send that out in a little bit. Let's celebrate August. Hopefully this works. Just trying to connect to Johnny. What do you guys want to talk about while we wait?
Oh, I want to know if your van came back from Birmingham.
That's a good question.
And Trevor wants to know what the conversation was when she brought it back, and if she compensated you properly.
Those are great questions, but I'll answer.
He was worried about you this weekend.
authorize an uninsured festival, and that if anyone takes your vehicle there, any insurance that they've purchased does not work, and you are on your own to figure out next steps with the renter. So I declined like 2 or 3 people that wanted to take it to Burning Man. And she just ignored the text. So she comes back this afternoon is the real answer. So there's not been a conversation, but there will be. It'll be really fun. And then Johnny was super encouraging. Yeah. 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 Johnny was like, oh, it was really windy the first day and then it rained. So there's probably an inch of just the mud on it. If she doesn't take her shoes off, that's going to be everywhere inside. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, I know, I tried to send her a text. He's like, she's on so much acid, she doesn't even know you texted her. I was like, Johnny, you're not helping. Johnny, you are not helping right now. I'm done talking to you. It comes back this afternoon. I said that. You were texting. Yeah, it comes back. I don't know when it's coming back. I told her twice I'm available this afternoon. She has yet to respond. So, anyway. Probably. Yeah. It might be back. I don't know. All right, we're going to celebrate August real quick. What time is it? As quick as we can. Okay. August recap. Our goal, I had something wrong last month. We actually beat our closing goal last month. I had the number wrong in here. Our goal for closings was 130. I think that was our biggest goal month of the year based on what we closed last year. We did St. George. Can they hear me? St. George, you did one. Let's go. St. George got 1. Utah County had 23 closings, 14 from the team, 9 SOI. They also had like 14 listings, I think, last month. So Tony got a whole builder. And then Salt Lake, we did 42 team generated, 27 SOI for a total of 69, which is, thanks, nice. That is 93 is the total. So we came up a little short on our closing goal, but killer month. Let's talk about contracts well, let's talk about closed volume because that's next. 57 million closed. Guys, if I seem a little off today, my camper van has really been bugging me. And also normally Jack is right here, and he's usually like, that's where my energy comes from. Good or bad. Sometimes I'm rushing because he's just like looking at his watch. But okay, year-to-date closing goal. So through August, if we were going to hit 1,000 through August, we needed to be at 694 closed. Do you want to guess again? Don't say like 243 or whatever you said last time. Okay. So you think we're behind? Oh. Okay. I like that. I like that. Okay. Did you look at a screen? Did you look at a screen? Attaboy. 703. 703. There's like a Burning Man acid something joke in there, but I won't make it. Okay, so we are 9 homes ahead of our pay. Congrats. That was the big part of the year. Yeah. All right, August recap. Our goal for contracts was 105. St. George, we got 1. Utah County, 44. That is their biggest month ever. And Boo left, but he did it. Goal is 105. Total is 142. Let's clap. All right. Contracts, year-to-date goal, we should be at 969. 703. You're supposed to say nice. 969. We are at 1,027 contracts year-to-date. Huh? What are you saying? That was close. You're Gabrielle, aren't you? So we are 58 contracts ahead. Nothing canceled. We would end the year at 866, assuming they all close. We're close. We're getting there. We're close. So let's go through top 10. August, top 10. Ayo. It's kind of a personal question. No. Tanner Gatmeyer, 10th place. Whitney. I get it. Whitney, tied for 7th, 1.7. Michael Perry. Yeah. T4. Maggie, 1.9. Nice. 0.9. Darren Thomas. He should be in Mexico. He should be in Mexico. Congrats, Darren. All right, top 10 year to date. Again, President's Club. Better splits. Going to Mexico. Not Lava Hot Springs. Adults only. Adults only. We're clapping again. I like it. All right, here we go. Again, agent name closed through August, the pace they are on, and then how far they moved on the list. Ruby, 9.2. Hannah Smith, 9.5, up 1 spot. On pace for that 14+ million. Like a bunch of spots, and I was like, he just didn't close something for a month. You guys are insane, and you just passed him. Wade closed some stuff. He moved up 4. That's how it works. Whitney B, 7. Up 1 spot. Becca, 11.6. She is down 2. Spencer, 11.8. Steady. Not moving up or down, just steady. Scott, up 2 spots. Scott's at 13, on pace for 19.5 million. Oh. Oh. Number 3, Chris Durock. Down 2 spots. First in everyone's heart, though. I feel that in the room, too. Yeah, I try to lead. I actually encourage that behavior. Yeah. Are you any new PRs in your WODs you want to tell us about? We can celebrate? No? Okay. Michael Perry, 16.5 million. You guys probably know what's about to happen. Darren Thomas. Hey, if you have Darren's number, pull out your phone. Send him a text. We'll pause. We're going to pause for a minute. I hope he's paying 10 cents for every one of these because he can afford it. You're going to call him? This? Oh, yeah, sure. We'll wait. Do you have any other calls you want to make, or are we good? No. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. That is your top 10. Now, if you hit 10 million, you don't get to come on the trip with us. But you do get better SOI tiers next year. So, Madison is at 9. Again, those in yellow, it's as close as I could get to gold. They're on pace to hit 10 million. That's what that means. So, Madison, 9 million. This is another one. She just didn't close something and moved. You guys are very competitive. Mayar, 8.6, so she is at 12.9 pace, up 5 spots. I told you last week she's coming. She wasn't joking. She's up 5 spots. Okay, Erica, 8.4, on pace for 12.6, down 4 spots. Landon in Utah County, 7.4, 11.1 is his pace. He's up 1 spot. Greg Preston, he's here. 7.4. I did not approve that color with Rio, Chris. This is not an approved yellow. And I don't care. Carly, 7.4, same, on pace for 11.1. Carly's pace is deceiving, though. Carly's pace is deceiving. She has said she takes summers off, so don't trust it. That's all I'm saying. Dane, 6.9, on pace for 10.4. Dustin and Abby are up 17 spots since last month. They went from 35 to 18, and it looks like it's not slowing down. So 6.8 on pace for 10.2. That's another one I would not trust the pace number on. Summer, 6.6 on pace for 9.9. She's going to get there. And Tanner Diamond, 6.1 on pace for 9.2. That is your next 20. Okay, September. Our contract goal is 123. Remember, we crushed it in August. So if we hit 123, our anticipated closing number is going to be really close to what we want it to be with a couple months to go. Closing goal is 79. That tracks with our August as well. So that's all I got. Congratulations on a massive, massive August, guys. I'm going to send the survey in 1 minute. If you guys can hang and fill it out, that'd be super helpful. Otherwise, that is all we have for today's meeting. Thanks, guys.